Keep it playing on my radio. Keep it playing on my radio. This is a milk jug. It's a bit, I wouldn't call it ironic. It's not a gag. It was a present. It's a cow shaped like a bottle. Sunny state of USA. Just so roughly how this works in the cup before the tea leaf organisational process begins. You have obviously, there's the milk. I've just spilt it. Doesn't matter, because always ready at the thing. 3 green, I don't know how you would call these, I would just call them wipers.
No philosophy about this one, nice and simple, but I tell you what, it really works, and it works live very well. It's got that big sort of noisy sort of a chorus or cascade of sound under the vocal, which really I think gets people going when we're playing it live. So how we like it, bass heavy.
And I think also it was perfect as well, because again, as Justin said, it was rooted in a gospel thing, but we wanted it, you know, rooted in a future sound rather than again just emulating an old thing. So again, it was just taking different, pretty much down to audition at the club, that we would play music influenced by soul or gospel, but take it hopefully into the future. And there's the leaf. Open her up. 1, 2, 3. 2-pint pot. It's a family scene. It can be solo, but we'll come on to that in a minute. This is, you're looking at a 2-pint pot, 3 or 4 people. 5th person really is a, you know, 4's a crowd, 5 is a concept.
One of the more subtle moments on the record.
Like white paint with a subtle touch of apple. Not actually noticeable, but there's the odd, you know,
yeah.
you can feel it slightly.
But it's not wallpaper.
It's paint.
Far from it. One for the jazz heads a bit, really. It seems to be that way anyway. They're all picking up on it. Essentially an instrumental track with a little bit of vocal thrown in there. Expressing, I suppose, you know, it's more like the warm-up time at the electric chair. We can't be banging them out all the time, and this sort of reflects that softer side of the Elektrons.
I love this. I love this. It's kind of one of those late night, warm soul, sort of psychedelic, out there tracks that warms the heart, sort of thing. So yeah, understated, but definitely one of the strong ones on the album for me.
Keep it playing on my radio.
That's perfectly boiling there. Doesn't matter how you pour it. Nice and slow. Let it go. And that's essentially stage 1. It's just got a really beautiful, sublime hook to it, which just takes you out there into the stars.
We literally put the mic out in the hall, in the staircase.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So it got all the whole sort of reverb from this like stone warehouse staircase, stone and iron, and let Pete in the freezing cold freestyle out there for about half an hour, and the results, the vocal performance is fantastic, and that's Pete for you. You know, if you let him go, let him do his thing, you can't go wrong.
Keep it playing on my radio.
That goes on top, that keeps the thing warm. Believe it or not, the warmth that keeps in it is absolutely incredible. Yorkshire tea is the leaf, obviously that's fundamental. Harrogate, was it made there? Probably not, probably Ceylon. However, Harrogate somehow, Taylor's, 1886, established merchants took it over, and that's the unit. Well, I think, I know, I wouldn't say this is the oddball track of the album, but it's definitely got the most pop orientated sort of vibe to it. I mean, someone described it as a outside of pop, which I thought, what a nice, yeah, nice little genre. There is a vocalist who me and Justin were both familiar with, Umpo Skeef.
Well done. So we're in Manchester. She'd come up to Manchester. We're in the studio, and there was this moment when she'd sort of she'd formulated the melody and that, and she put it down for the first time. We've been sort of jamming around for about a few hours, just trying to sort of tell her what we were after. I mentioned a few names, Minnie Riperton, you know, and some sort of almost like a classic soul feel really, but with a twist. We wanted a twist. And she put it down, came out the vocal booth, and we all sat there and went, this is really hook, isn't it? And we were all a bit surprised, including her, how sweet and hook it was, but it just worked.
It's very unusual. It's quite an unusual track, and we shall see basically. But yeah, a real killer from Umpo, and I think the people we played it to, that we were surprised. We thought some of the we thought Giles Peterson and some of the heads who have been involved in the scene over the last 20 years would find it a bit too sweet, maybe a bit too saccharine sweet for them. But ironically, that's the one they've all gone with.
The key thing is boiling water, a pot, the leaf, the cosy, the unpretentious fusion of cuppage. Sugar is available, and as I said, you've got your depth charge of pH colours, which would give you the style of tea. I always give it 3 or 4 minutes, let it brew, don't let it stew, that's an idiot's game. Pour it, stir it, it's for a family.